Stephen Root, thank you so much.
Sure, my
Appreciate
pleasure.
it. This film, we're talking about Rango here because it's nominated for animated picture, was probably shot differently than most animated pictures from what I'm told. Like you guys did full-on rehearsals and everything.
Well, we shot the whole film actually, yeah.
Like you would a play.
Like you would a play. We did in rehearsal clothes and with rehearsal props, which the animators used a lot of the hand motions, I guess, and some of the angles. Because it wasn't motion capture, it was just something Gore wanted to be able to see what we looked like as different animals.
And then you use that dialogue? Were there mic that, or would you go into booths afterwards?
No, we would do the scene, and I think they used some of that we did on stage, but then we go immediately to a sound stage afterwards and record it.
Immediately afterwards. So do the scene and then get in the booth and do it again.
Yeah, you know what you were doing, yeah.
That's crazy.
It was great.
And in terms of animation, you're playing 3 characters in Rango.
Yes.
So 3 separate voices.
Right.
Now, we know you have many talents for voices. How does a process work for a voice in a film like that? Do you come up with them and then go to Gore and say, here's what I'm thinking, or does he have ideas for you?
It's very collaborative. I mean, he hires people he wants because he knows probably what he's going to get. So I came up with a voice for the banker. The voice for the drunk rabbit was, pretty much what it was going to be.
It must be nice to be a character actor. I always feel that would be the best, especially coming from stage, that would be the dream job, because you get to play all these cool roles. You're not really the best friend, you're not really the leading guy, but you get to do all the cool roles.
You become a working actor.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that you can do up into your 90s, which obviously people have done. Harry Dean Stanton was on Rango. And Ned Beatty. Ned Beatty. I mean, where are you going to get to work with legends like that, except really now in animation, because they don't do film stuff so much.
How do you find time? I mean, 7 films this past year. 7 films in 2011. I guess you're not all shooting them the year before. It can take a while to come out. But
yeah, it just, a quality project is a quality project, and the writing is pretty much what interests me. Is the character interesting? Is the writing interesting? Are you going to be able to work with somebody you've never worked with before? And so I got to work with, Redford as an actor this year.
Right.
He actually acted with him. To work with Clint Eastwood on J. Edgar. It's the quality of people you get to work with.
Yeah, and Kevin Smith as well, for a completely different role than he has ever done, right?
Yeah, so fun. Kevin is great. And I think that movie is fantastic.
Yeah, well, especially for Kevin Smith fans. Tell me about that experience.
I'd worked with Kevin before in Jersey Girl, and he'd wanted to do another project with me for a while, and I was booked, and this one turned out to be something that we could both do quickly. I mean, the shoot was 29 days.
And he was editing on the fly? Is that what I heard?
On the fly. He was finished editing that movie the night after it was. I shot the last scene in it, and I think he was done the next day, because he would maybe get 3 hours of sleep a night, but that's what he does anyway. So
have you ever worked on a project that goes that quickly?
Well, the J. Edgar shoot was maybe 35 days.
Oh, wow.
I mean, Clint Eastwood shoots, 2 takes, and that's good.
How is that different from Gore and Rango? Well, I guess this wasn't really shot, but...
that's completely different from Rango. Although that is the only movie that I've ever done rehearsal on camera.
We do something called 5 questions. 5 quick questions, 1-word answers. Animation or live action?
Live action.
Lennon or McCartney?
Oh, always Lennon.
Greatest character actor of all time?
God, that's really hard.
Who do you look up to?
Mel Blanc.
Mel Blanc. There's a name you don't hear every day. All right. Role you're most proud of?
Probably News Radio.
Nice. And in 1 word, Stephen Root?
Working